Well, I thought it was a good victory, obviously, with 2 wins and scoring more runs than the other team. I mean, that's the bottom line. So offensively, we hit the ball very well. We were pretty steady throughout for 7 innings of both ball games. I thought we had a little bit of a lull in the first ball game. I thought we got out to a big lead and then sort of sat back and relaxed on it a little bit. And as a result, defensively, we lost our focus. But something we talked about between games, there were several situations that came up in the first game that we were able to apply for the future and mature and help us grow. And so I'm glad they happened. We need to talk about staying consistent, staying steady, and gave me an opportunity to address that, and I'm sure we'll learn from that in the future. Yeah, and I think that was outstanding. I mean, we had to chew them out a little bit between games, give them the idea that, look, what we did right now, even though we won the first game, it wasn't our best effort, it wasn't the kind of softball we wanted to play, and we challenged our defense and our pitching. And so, Courtney and Brittany Arn came out and really had an opportunity to respond to that. Julia and Olivia were out there competing in the first game and going hard, and they just didn't quite have their best stuff today. And when you have a big lead, there's a tendency to relax a little bit. And I'm not saying that they did or didn't, but it wasn't their best today, and they would say the same thing. But I know, we believe in them, and I know, the next time they come out, they're going to be throwing great balls and giving us an opportunity to win. Well, again, I think they took the things that we talked about between games and applied it, and they just said, we do care about the quality of the softball that we're playing. We do want to set a great example to the people watching us. We want to play a brand of softball that people are excited to see. So, the game led off with Sarah Forgas throwing a girl out from right field. We picked the girl off at second base, Courtney Klingler throwing down when she got too big of a lead. And so, we started to just sharpen things up. And, I guess for these young girls, in some ways, when you get out to a big lead, in some ways it's hard to maintain that intensity. And, the objective for us as coaches is, regardless of the score, regardless of the team, let's look the same. Let's have the same focus, the same intensity. Let's be steady and consistent. And that's what's going to allow us to accomplish as much as possible in this season. And not only that, but also throughout their life. I want them to be known as people who you can count on. And so that's what we're trying to build in them. Yeah, I think what we're going to need to do as we come into this coming weeks of practice is have a lot of small-term goals within the practice itself, things for them to focus on to keep them steady and on task, and to measure, just how well they're focusing throughout the practice. And so there may be small things, just charting defensive putouts, assists, errors during the course of defensive situations. It may be charting our pitchers and their pitch location accuracy. Offensively, we may be spending some time executing situations, trying to move runners, trying to hit behind people. Obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but it seemed clear to me that we need to spend more time on our bunt game and getting some balls down with, especially balls that are in the upper half, making good decisions and getting on top of the ball, getting it on the ground. So we definitely have some things to work on this week. And the thing that I've really learned about this team is they want to please us as a coaching staff. They really want to excel in their game. And, tonight showed them some things that they can work on, and that's going to be good.
We've really been working hard over the fall just to kind of get things together and get things meshing, and really all about us. It's all about momentum, and, if one person gets a hit, it kind of usually rolls around. And we stayed up today. I know last weekend we were kind of up and down a little bit, and today I felt like we stayed up more and played a whole 7 innings. Well, the first game, we did have a few defensive mistakes and walks, and, we ended up pulling it out, but we just had to regroup, between games, and we talked to each other, and like I said, if we start off strong, we can usually, keep it going, and I feel like that's what we did in the second. The fall, it's always a transition back, even if you're a returning player, just getting back into things, and I feel really good about my team and the support, and I really feel like we mesh well together, and I probably feel most comfortable with them that I ever have with a team. So I'm really looking forward to the spring, and I'm just happy with the way we've all been playing. So.